You straight?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling, man. I'm good.
How's your Friday treating you?
It's good, man. I'm enjoying the weather. Big weekend coming up.
Oh, what's happening this weekend?
Got some summer concerts we going to. Jay-Z exhibit just came from that. That was great. Come on, man. Y'all hip hop heads, right? Y'all gotta start representing for these artists. Reg new music videos out. I love that beat.
Appreciate it.
Come on, man. You ain't no new jacks over here. A lot of shit happening.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the director Low, man. She did her thing in that video.
Got the daddy chain in the video and shit. Oh man. You gotta start calling me that from now on. Reg Daddy Thompson. That's his new name. That is his new name, man.
Man, I was on vacation. Cardi B throwing microphones. Lizzo's fat shaming allegedly.
Crazy.
Just like, what the fuck going on and shit.
Crazy. Look, Lizzo got nerve to fat shame anybody. Have you seen her? She gotta be close to Big Pun weight. Like who you weight shaming? Looking like the female Big Pun and shit.
I'm gonna say my thoughts on that. I'm gonna say
She
my
got she
thoughts.
got some nerve, yo.
It's the banana thing for me.
Is that shit even true or they just making that up?
See, I don't even fucking know at this point, y'all.
That
I
shit
don't.
sound like it's some made up shit. I'm like, I hope Lizzo ain't doing no shit like that because they dragging her ass right now. You know, you close to 500 pounds. She got nerve to be weight shaming anybody?
Yo, Eric went in on the video he did. I was
I
like,
just think that's
damn,
comical to me, man. That's like the pot calling the kettle black. You know,
hilarious. Okay, um, I'm gonna start in about 5 minutes because I gotta work in the morning and shit.
okay.
Yeah, man. What's up, Eric? Also, Eminem and this other artist, Easy Mill, dropped a new song.
Who?
Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Okay, I'm good, chilling. Eric, what's good, yo? You listen to John Coltrane? That's dope. Classic album. If you stay, dope too. What happened to your other record player? How many mics would you give Mario? I don't. Is that the one on Bad Boy? I didn't listen to that one. How many mics you giving it?
Sorry about that. I had to
None. No,
handle some
Sammy's
business.
giving him.
But
Have
yeah,
you heard the
Eminem,
Mario Winans Bad Boy?
the song
Huh?
this morning, and Eminem was taking a lot of shots at the game, Melly Mel, and Lord Jamar, aka three of
Uh-huh.
his biggest critics at the moment. Honestly, this I actually like this Eminem
Mm.
verse. He does not he's not doing that trappy shit.
Eminem will body. Eminem will body, and that's not even a battle. Have you have you have you heard the Mario Winans Bad Boy album? No. You ever listen to that?
I don't fuck with Mario Winans.
Okay. That wasn't the question. The question was, how many mics are you giving Mario Winans album?
Well, how can I give it some mics when I've never heard the album?
Well, I guess nobody heard it, New Boy, except for you, because I didn't hear it. Reg didn't hear it. He don't even fuck with Mario Winans, so I don't know. Can't tell you.
Yeah, and I said that plenty of times on the channel. I don't fuck with Mario Winans, but I feel like I'm talking to myself sometimes, you know. But
You
hey,
niggas don't listen to us. You don't care.
but yeah, man. Eminem, he said he was just like, I'm not taking no shit from nobody and shit. You know what I'm saying?
What got him pissed off to the point where he felt like he needed to say that?
Because everyone keeps saying he's only successful because he's white. They've
No,
been
that's
saying this
not
shit.
true. That's
They've
not
been
true.
saying this.
Think about how many white artists came out before him that wasn't successful. Last time I checked, Ill Bill and Vinny Paz never went platinum, so it has nothing to do with color. You're just a dope ass artist. You know, everybody can't be Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, but I actually like the verse though.
That's
I was like, it takes balls to diss Melly Mel and shit. Okay. Okay. But I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Let's go.
All right, let's talk about some R&B. What's
I
up,
thought Ashley was
motherfucker?
doing this.
No, she's coming to the review next Friday. I'll say my thoughts on that.
Why you don't like them? Because we're not gonna like everybody. We're gonna like some people, and we're not gonna like everybody. That's just what it is.
Why do you like him? That's the question.
What exactly? How many mics are you giving the album if you heard it? And why do you
Uh,
like him? That's a better question.
what's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely day? This your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy Try with me.
Yo,
All right, and the album we're gonna talk about today, we're gonna talk about Joe with his second album. Yeah, his second album, All That I Am. This album came out in July 29th, 1997 on Jive Records. It came out with 5 singles, All the Things Your Man Won't Do, which that was also on the Don't Be a Menace in South Central while Drinking Your Juice in the Hood soundtrack, if I'm not mistaken. Don't Want to Be a Player, The Love Scene, Good Girls, and All That I Am. No guest appearances, just the way I like it. All right, so this is the first time we're actually talking about Joe on this channel. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted to get my hands on the album. Really want to get my hands
so
on
did I, Reg. Maybe that's something you can get for me for a collection vid.
it.
It's only $6 on Amazon.
Yeah, I figured it was not gonna be that expensive and shit. But hey,
Hold on. You said that was the last good Bad Boy album? Mario Winan? Really? Wow. They fell from grace if that's the last good Bad Boy album.
I'm afraid to see what came out after that.
Right?
What year did that even come out?
That was 2000s. I remember when it came out, but I wasn't in no rush to listen to it. That was like on the downside of Bad Boy. You know, when they were coming out with Dream and Day 26 and shit, the band.
Because to me, the last really great album from Bad Boy is gonna be G Dep's Child of the Ghetto, if you ask me.
You know, I actually agree with Q for once. It was Fake That Was Faithfully. That was a great album.
Yeah, that was '01. Okay.
Wow, Q, you actually listen to somebody else other than Tupac. I'm amazed. That was the last great Bad Boy album for me. Was the Faith Evans album, and then she said, "Fuck you, Puffy, I'm going."
Yeah, I like the G Dep album. The G Dep album was good
G Dep album
too.
was cool. I wasn't a huge G Dep fan. He was alright.
I feel
Yeah.
like he was Black Rob Jr. with too.
I don't like Day 26 or Danny the King. No, never cared for them.
Well, how did you get into Joe? Because I don't want to talk about them
Now
motherfuckers.
Joe, on the other hand, I got into Joe in '93 when he came out with his first album.
Really?
Oh yes, when he came out with was it I'm in Love? Then I'm in Love
Yeah.
for it.
Uh,
Dope New Jack. It had like a New Jack swing sound to it, and before anybody knew who he was, this is like pre ballhead Joe, so he still had like a flat top, rocking like vests and shit.
yeah.
And I think he definitely like once he came out with the new look, he had the shaved head and the goatee, and he just came out with better music, like with this album and the album after that. Got a couple of hit records, and doing remixes with artists like the Barge, Case. You know what I'm saying? Just a dope ass artist. I actually saw Joe in 2014 on the New Edition tour, the All Six tour, because he was opening up for them. And like, yo, like like when he was singing, he would like jump in the crowd and sing to the women, and you had like women like throwing panties at him and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he killed it like by himself. We didn't have no dancers. We didn't have no band with him. Just he had like the pretty much like the suit that he had on in that album cover. He had, you know what I'm saying, and it was just dope, man. Like, just he definitely can sing his ass off, and he's not mentioned enough when it comes to balladeers and R&B.
He's not.
But I don't. For me, I don't think he had like a long run when it came to consistent albums. You know what I'm saying? Like he got like his first two or three to me were like his best, and then he kind of like tapered off after that. After like 2000, I would say.
Yeah. I would say after '02, to be real with you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like Let's Stay Home Tonight was my joint. Let's Stay Home Tonight. Um, he had the track that he did it was R. Kelly's first, and then Joe took it, the More and More joint.
Yeah.
That joint, I heard R. Kelly's version first, and then somehow I know there's a story behind that. Somehow Joe had it on his album. You know what I'm saying? But like after that, he was still dropping albums, but it wasn't nothing that was classic like his first couple albums.
Right. Yeah, man. When I got into Joe, I was a little boy, younger than what I am now. And honestly, there was a song I Want to Know that used to come on the radio a lot back in the
Yeah,
early 2000s. That was my fucking joint. I remember mama picking me up from preschool. That shit would be blasted on the fucking radios and shit like that too. Yes, motherfuckers, I'm young as hell. I remember shit like that when I was like 4 or 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? I didn't actually know who he was until years later.
right,
You know what I'm saying? And I've always said this about Joe. He was the perfect balance between the hip hop soul and like the contemporary soul music at the time. Not like neo soul, but just like the Tamias, the Eric Benets, even though I can't stand Eric Benet. Sorry, Lashia. Though if you know what I mean, like that soul, but not neo soul. If you get
right,
my yeah,
right.
and he was like that perfect balance between that and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Damn, Q, you born the same age as me? Damn, okay. I thought you were mad old. Okay. Um. Anyway, yeah. So that's really what I have to say. Like I've always fucked with Joe. I feel like he's underrated? I don't necessarily feel like he's underrated. I feel like he's a best kept secret, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, he is. If you guys like Joe and not you guys, if you guys like Kim, then you guys would definitely like Joe. And all my R&B has, you guys should know who Kim is. You know, Love Calls. That's an underrated singer, Kim. That's my dude
Yeah.
right there. Like, where's nowhere to run? Love is calling your name. That's my fucking joint, though. That's my
Okay.
fucking yeah, man. Like I said, don't get me started on R&B, man. R&B, don't get me started on that shit. You know.
Got you fucking.
Yeah, man. Don't fuck with me. My R&B, I'm a hip hop head. Well, I don't really call myself a hip hop head, but you guys know I love the hip hop culture. But when it comes to good ass soul music and R&B, nigga, we can talk for ages. We can talk for days and shit. You know. And I feel like today, out of all days, this is like the best time to talk about motherfucking Joe and shit too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So for those who don't know who Joe is, he's an R&B singer. You know, he was born in Columbus, Georgia, and you know he was raised in a religious background and shit too. Some people have actually said that he's actually from Louisville, Alabama, but
Yeah.
it's kind of up for debate. He moved to Opelika, Alabama, you know, in the early '90s and everything like that, and then that's when he really wanted to take his music thing seriously. You know, he was you know, doing music education at a church. He was working at a gospel record store, and then he met producer Vincent Herbert. You know what I'm saying? And Vincent Herbert, you know, he worked with a lot of the R&B greats from that period, like Destiny's Child. He worked with Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying? And yes, he is the ex-husband of Tamar Braxton, Tony Braxton's sister. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. If you guys know his fucking name, if you guys know his fucking name, he did a lot of bad R&B joints and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? His catalog is pretty strong and shit. You know.
Yeah.
By the way, tell BJ I said Jamie Foxx show because I can't really type
Damn.
right now.
Now he wants to debate about that. Jesus Christ.
Y'all need, y'all need to leave my nigga alone and shit. Though. Fuck. But yeah, so Vincent, you know, he gave him a deal so he can do like a 3-song demo and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And in 1992, he signed to Polygram Records, and then the following year, he dropped his first album called Everything, which was mostly produced by Joe. You know, he had a few help. He had a few help from like Jam Hall, you know, who was another dope underrated producer. I'm gonna be quite honest with you guys. I've heard bits and pieces of everything. You know what I'm saying? From what I've heard, I liked. From what I heard, I liked and everything like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I have to actually sit down and listen to it.
Mhm.
So, but yeah. So fast forward few more years, he did this song. He did a couple of songs. Well, he did a song for like the "Don't Be a Menace to South Central" or "Drinking Your Juice in the Hood." I've talked long and high about that movie. That's a review coming very soon. You know what I'm saying? But he had a song "All the Things Your Man Won't Do." Stay tuned on my thoughts on that song. You know what I'm saying? And he also had another song, "I Don't Want to Be a Player," which he did on the Booty Call soundtrack
Yes.
and everything like that. Never really cared for the movie like that. You know what I'm saying? Jamie Foxx in those braids. That's. But Vivica A. Fox looked mad good in that fucking movie. If there was one reason why I wanted to watch it, just for Vivica A. Fox. But other than that, I mean, if it falls into the category with a lot of those late '90s black movies, kind of a bit too broad and goofy for my taste. But it is what it is. That's another story for a different day. And then fast forward to 1997, Joe came out with the "All That I Am" album. So this is the album cover right here. It's a typical R&B cover. I'm just gonna be real with you. You know what I'm saying? He got us the suit. You know what I'm saying? He has that fucking cursive title for the album cover. Like it's it's a generic R&B. And that's not me dissing the album cover. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like if you seen one, you seen them all. That's what I'm saying. Neboy said the Baps was terrible.
That
I
was
won't.
terrible. I never
Yeah,
liked
I
it.
mean, it had a few laughs, but it wasn't one of my favorites. Even though, again,
And they were supposed to do a sequel.
yeah,
Oh Lord, why?
but like I said, Halle Berry looked good in that movie. So again, if you want to
Look
watch something
ratchet
for
as
that,
hell.
you said what?
She looked ratchet as hell.
Hey man, hey man, it's Halle Berry at that time. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. Producers include Larry Rock Campbell, Rodney Darkchild Jerkins, Joe himself, Gerald Levert. Yes, that Gerald Levert, Eddie Tony Nicholas, and Joshua P. Thompson. All right, so this album has 12 songs, technically 11 because one of them is like unplugged version, which we'll talk about that. And we're gonna start it off with one of my all-time favorite songs this guy ever came out with, and a lot of people say this might be his signature track, "All the Things Your Man Won't Do." Man, this song right here. I'm gonna be real with you. This is a grown and sexy simp anthem. I'm
All
gonna be real with
things
you when I say
man
it.
will do.
It
Yes. Yes.
do. I'll do them for you. Oh my god. I mean, what's up, Mike? I mean, don't get me wrong. I love this song. This is a classic song, but this is the type. Joe was a slick player, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
He was a
This is
slick
the
player.
type of song. This is the type of song where like you like a girl, you notice that the motherfucker is not treating the girl right, and so you're in the sidelines just waiting for that chance and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he's not like mushy about it. He's not like whiny about it. He's actually saying, "Listen, you're dealing with the boy. I'm a man." That's pretty much the best way to come up with that song and stuff like that too.
Right.
I love the beat to it, especially when the bridge comes and then the beat just keeps escalating like dun 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 dun. I love that. I love that when it comes to it. And the video was very good too. I love the music video to that song. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely a classic R&B joint, in my opinion. One of my all-time favorites from this album.
Definitely love the beat for that. The bass line. You know, it was really like a classic R&B ballad. The bridge for it. They don't do bridges no more in R&B. You know what I'm saying? The
Boom.
bridge for the track, and they had the actual girl from the movie in the video with Joe, and it was great. Definitely one of his best records ever.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. Um, yeah, man. I'll be real with you. WB has better shows. UPN had cool shows too, but I feel like WB took off with the black portion of Fox left
I
off, in
I,
my
I only watched the Eve show like for the first season. I didn't watch nothing else on UPN.
I mean, I like Moesha. I like the Parkers. Everybody Hates
Moesha
Chris
was
was
on UPN.
yeah. Moesha was on UPN. Yep.
I don't even remember Moesha. Like it's been so long. Like, I watched it back in the day. I don't remember shit about the show.
It's
Um,
pretty much about a
when
black teenage
Buffy when Buffy left WB to UPN, I watched that. But that's about it. I didn't watch Girlfriends and none of those other shows.
I didn't care for Buffy like that. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
real with
Eve had a show. She had a show on there.
you. It was horrible.
It didn't last long. It was like what, 2 seasons?
Yeah, I love Eve. I love Eve, but the show was just bad. I'm gonna be real with you. All right, next song, "The Love Scene." This is another favorite song of mine. Um, typical Joe, sensual songs, but at the same time still have that mainstream ability towards it. The instrumentation of this track right here was another reason why I love this song. Um, yeah, Girlfriends was on UPN, BJ.
What is wrong
Yeah,
with
it
you?
was.
I feel like he's doing this on purpose to be online right now.
I mean, hey,
You know what I'm saying? BJ, I know you watching this right now, yo.
yeah, man. But this one was a pretty dope track too.
Yeah, this still was joint. This was fire, yo. Like it was classic track. Again, another great ballad. It's real sensual and he basically just saying like, yo, like you telling the chick like let's make a sex tape, you know what I'm saying? Let's make like a real, love scene with an audience and the beat was fire. Had a nice bass line to it, some guitar strings on it. Joe didn't kill. Joe was just like straightforward about it, and we're missing that in R&B right now.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. Alrighty. Next song we got is "Don't Want to Be a Player." Just to let you guys know, this was the song that got him the featured deal with fucking Big Pun's "I Don't Want to Be a Player" off Capital Punishment and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? This was another very, very, very dope track right here too. Again, another song that I kind of consider one of my favorites off this album. Joe was just that dude, man. Joe was just that fucking dude. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the first three songs already are some of my favorites. So yeah, classic.
Yeah. You got three back-to-back hits. You know what I'm saying from this album, and "Don't Want to Be a Play" was huge. That was definitely a banging ass track. I love the beat for that, the synthesizers, the bass line for that, and at this point it was like we was expect Joe was just coming out with hits, and he basically like saying like, yo, like his player ways are over with, and he retired from the game. He wants to settle down with one woman, and I think that was great. Again, he wasn't, it wasn't too many like singers out of that time that was like singing with honesty like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like R. Kelly was doing this freaky shit, Jodeci, but Joe was like he making tasteful R&B and letting it be known that, yo, like it's okay to not be a player no more. You know what I'm saying? Or to do a R&B ballad and leave something to the imagination. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a classic record.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that shit. You know what I'm saying? All right. Next song we got is "Good Girls." Um, Self-explanatory. Questioning is. I'm gonna be real with you. There's something I want to be real with you about. As much as I like this album, there are some missteps I do have to address. I kind of feel like the ballads on this album are kind of some of my least favorites. To be real with
What?
you,
Your least favorite?
let me explain. Let me explain. Cause I felt like he was trying to make another "All the Things Your Man Won't Do" on some songs.
No, I didn't feel like that.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that when we talk about it. But well, I do like "Good Girls" and stuff like that too.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? That was a pretty dope track. It's just again questioning why a good girl will fall for a roughneck type. In other words, fall for me and shit too. Which I kind of feel like, yeah. I mean, we kind of heard this before, but still a good song.
I loved it. I thought, what you see saying, why do I keep falling for someone else's dime? So asking this, so why are all you good girls taking every time? I like the beat. The beat was dope, and it was a great track. There's a video for it as well, and I enjoyed it. I think it's a solid cut. I don't see any bad songs on here, but that's just me.
This might be another one of those reviews, huh? Okay. All right.
Is this gonna be another lopsided review?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I know what I'm
Okay, so
gonna say. I
you
don't know
love
what
this.
you're gonna say.
So you don't like this Joe album? You don't love it like that?
I never said that. I said there are a few missteps
Okay. 'Cause you
here and
you
there.
already saying that he had some songs that sounded like "Don't Want to Be a Player." I don't hear the
Let,
similarities in
let
them
me.
songs.
I said all that I am, all the things your man won't do, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk. Like I said, like I said, I'm an honest reviewer. That's all
Yes,
I'm gonna. I'm an
you're an
honest
honest
reviewer.
reviewer that likes to do shit also.
Yes. All right. So next song is "How Soon." Now this was co-written by the late great Gerald Levert. You know what I'm saying? Now this was a song I felt like was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? It's just pretty much him just pleading with this girl, why you leaving? Why is she leaving him and everything like that? You know what I'm saying? Um, pretty dope. I love the way he was singing on this one. You know what I'm saying? This was a pretty dope track.
How Soon was dope. I enjoyed it. He's singing, we have so much fun, don't we though? But when you pack your bags to leave, I try to not let my feelings show. Again, like this is a singer that he wasn't afraid to sing about how he was feeling, or how he should treat a woman. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have that type of R&B anymore in this day and age. And Joe is like one of those artists. And the beat, I like the beat with it for it, the bass line.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. All right. Yeah, that bass line, especially if you're in the car, that bass line be
Yeah,
thumping as fuck. Saying
yeah.
like, all right, track number 6, Sanctified Girl, Can't Fight This Feeling. Now, this is one of those songs that definitely best talks about the balance between the quiet storm Joe and then like the R&B of the late 90s and shit like that too, you know what I'm saying? Definitely a very a sleeper joint. This could have been also a single as well too, to be real with you. But yeah, man. I love that piano beat. That piano beat was definitely fire. Yeah, pretty dope track.
Yep. Another banger. You know, it was definitely a banging beat, bass line. It sounded like a Dr. Dre track that wasn't produced by Dr. Dre.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, who produced it again?
Sanctified Larry Rock Campbell.
Yo, he definitely was listening to a lot of Dr. Dre because he had the snares down, he had the drums down to a bootleg sounding Dr. Dre track. And like, if you close your eyes and you listening to it, it's definitely sound like a Dr. Dre track.
Like
You know what I'm
actually,
saying? But it was dope. I definitely enjoyed it. It was a solid album cut.
yeah, definitely a very solid album as well too. All right. Next song we got is "All That I Am," the title track. I didn't care for this track to be real with you. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah, like I said, the ballad it was just kind of repetitive for me and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't vocally he did his thing, but I just didn't gel with the song.
Um, it had a nice slow beat. Some guitar strings on it, some finger snapping. It was cool. Like it's a song that I could hear Babyface doing. You know,
Right.
It was cool.
All right, next song. No one else comes close. Well, I do feel like this is a better ballad than the previous. It's still not really one of my favorites on the album, to be real with you. I feel like it was just pretty much the same thing as All That I Am. Interestingly enough, this song was covered by the Backstreet Boys on
Really,
their Millennium album.
the Backstreet Boys did this,
Yeah.
and they probably did it better.
Well, I never heard that version.
Right.
So, and it's kind of both because both was on the same label. Both was on the same
Yeah,
label and
that's
shit.
right. That's right. That's true.
Right, mind you, Joe was on Jive when Jive went from a hip hop label to a boy band label. Let's keep it above.
Wasn't they both on a Mariah remix or something, or was that 90 Degrees?
That was 98 Degrees.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean that's what I have to say.
It was cool. You know, I don't think it was bad. You know, I just it's a ballad. You know, it had a slow beat to it. There's some guitars on it. You know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Next song we got is "Come Around." Another one of my favorites off this album. It uses a classic Sly and the Family Stone sample. The "Thank You for Taking Me to Africa" joint. You know what I'm saying? All my Dub C and the Family Circle heads, y'all should know about that sample as well too. You know what I'm saying? Like again, a song that I could have also seen this as a single or hell, even like a radio kind of hit. You know what I'm saying? Just pretty much letting this girl know to come around and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Again, Joe talking about if the man ain't treating you right, come my way.
Right.
Again, we have another one of those songs.
He
Okay,
had a knack for doing that. No, but it don't
yeah,
sound like the other joint though.
it don't sound like the other joint. I'll give you that, but still, it's just like okay, Joe, we get it, nigga. We get it, nigga.
Maybe he was really living that life, like he was taking niggas chicks and shit.
So you never know.
You know what I mean?
Maybe he took R. Kelly's chick and shit like that, and that's why R.
Okay.
Kelly.
There you go.
What?
There you go. I don't see the so what it was every nigga with a ball head is being compared to R. Kelly, Aaron Hall, Joe. Who's next? They compared what's his name? What's dude from Cleveland? The other nigga from Cleveland. I forgot his name.
Who?
The other singer from Cleveland that did R&B. The dude with Kiki Wyatt. What's his name?
Oh, Avant.
They compared Avant. They compared Avant to R. Kelly. It was like every nigga with a ball head was not R. Kelly in R&B. R. Kelly had his own style. He was not nobody. He didn't sound like nobody else. He wasn't biting off of nobody. You know, if anything, some of them niggas needed a hit from R. Kelly.
Avant was R. Kelly's understudy. Listen.
Huh?
Avant was R. Kelly's understudy.
Avant was R. Kelly?
Avant was R. Kelly's understudy.
Fuck no. There's nobody starting was R. Kelly. R. Kelly was in a class by himself. They wanted to be like R. Kelly. They wanted that same type of fame. You know,
Right.
Aaron Hall had it and then he lost it. Avant never had it. You know, if anything, Kiki Wyatt was better than him.
Oh yeah. So Kiki, that girl, man. Don't sleep
You know what I
on
mean? She
Kiki.
can sing her ass off. She got a shitload of kids, but she can sing.
Facts.
You know.
All
But
right, next.
I mean, I love this song. I think the song "Come Around" was fire, banging ass track. The beat was fire. The bass line. You know, he's telling the chick like, you know, if your man can't get it up, come holler at me. You know, when he start tripping, come holler at me. You know, the shit that he was singing about on other songs.
Wow, on half the album.
But this is like the faster version. You know what I'm saying? It's like the more. This is something like you could bump in your ride and shit. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I love it. Gay Tupac had it too. Tupac had this as head shaving before R. Kelly though.
Gay Tupac. Okay.
I don't know what y'all be talking about, man. Y'all sound crazy.
Next joint. You should have told me you had a man. The fuck you mean? You were looking at these relationships for all this time. What the fuck? Okay. Never mind.
What you talking
But
about?
besides the point, this is like probably the most underrated track off this album and everything. If you ask me, you know what I'm saying. Love that beat to it. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, you have that cruising kind of ordeal. Um, yeah, man. Joe kind of got a little sleazy on this joint right here. You know what I'm saying. But hey, it is what it is.
There's
I,
a lot of creeping going around, you know.
yeah, creeping all the way through.
Jesse Smollett, he called himself the gay Tupac?
Yeah, he got him to the gay too far.
He's not Tupac. He's hardly Tupac. He wasn't Tupac even if he was straight.
Damn.
Tupac. Wow. They just like throw around Tupac's name like it's nothing.
Like like he's a mystical creature and shit.
Hey, Tupac. What did he do that was so thugged out? I'm still waiting to hear, like, for you to compare yourself to Tupac. What did you do? Did he ever shoot a cop? What did he do that was so thugged out? I don't get the comparison.
He broke down the barriers for Carly Russell.
Exactly. Like he did some foolish shit that he ended up doing in the first place. So what did he do like Tupac? I'm still missing the whole thing. You know.
You know, people are just crazy, nigga.
I love this track. This track was fire. Definitely. Again, he telling the shorty this time. You should. Well, how could the thing I don't understand? Joe is really confusing because you sit up there and you say you should have told him you had a man. Wasn't you the same motherfucker that's trying to take her away from her man? Oh, when your man can't get it up, come around.
Exactly.
When your man's starting to tripping on you, come around. But you're telling her that on the song before. Now you're saying you should have told me you had a man. Make up your damn mind, bro.
On up, Joe.
You know what I'm saying? Don't want to be a player over all the things a man won't do. Well, this is why he's in these situations because you trying to pry this chick away from her man, but then you get mad and you tell her later, oh, well, you should have told me you had a man, even though you was the same one trying to pry her away from her man.
Exactly. Smarten up, Joe.
He's confusing, man.
You see why I said
like this could have been like a story on the All Black app. It should have been like an hour.
Yeah.
Should have been like a drama story for this album.
You funny, try.
You know what I'm saying? You should have told me you had a man, even though I'm gonna tell you, look, I don't want to be a player no more. And all the things a man would do, I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And when your man start tripping, come around. But you should have told me you had a man.
You see why I said this album kind of had some like I'm more of a latter Joe fan, like the early 2000s. I mean, this, like I said.
See, but I don't like latter Joe was not making classics like this though.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like he still make music now, but it's not nothing classic like he used to.
Well, when I mean latter, I mean 2000 to 2002.
So sort of like when people bitch and complain about Nas. Oh, I don't like what Nas is doing with Hit Boy. It don't have to be classic, but he's still dropping music.
Facts.
You know what I
Like
mean?
give me My Name Is Joe. That's my
right.
Yeah, man. What's up, Eric?
Yo.
What's up, y'all, man? This nigga Joe gonna get shot fucking around with these nigga bitches and stuff, man. He should be learning from his mistakes.
Right.
Like, I'm surprised no nigga in the music video ain't tossed him up like a Tupac diss track. Like, you need to calm down, Joe. How you gonna say you don't want to be a player no more, but you out here trying to get your gigolo Nick Cannon shit on?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, maybe the label they only giving a lot of creative control. They wanted him to do all these player songs too, but maybe, like I said, maybe you never know.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe the label told me, we want another Don't Want to Be a Player song. He just had a run, like, and he produced everything himself. He didn't run to R. Kelly or Timbaland, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He produced everything himself. He wrote every song. He was a self-made artist.
Respect.
Did you like the James Brown sample that he used?
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with James Brown.
Right.
You can't go wrong with
Because
that.
it sounded, now see when it started though, it sounded like total Can't You See? It sounded like a bad boy track. I was like, oh shit, he got Puffy on here?
You know, Diddy didn't produce that damn track. Yeah, Puffy was like, yeah, let me just take that.
Right.
All right. Now my all-time favorite track, "Love Don't Make No Sense." My favorite song off this album.
This is your favorite song on the album.
Yes.
After you complained about don't want to be a player and sing
Well,
and songs.
like I said, this one again, you do have the typical concepts with this song as with the other songs, but the reason why I like this one because it's clearly you can tell he's clearly trying to tell a story and clearly trying to make a point with this song. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like on a note, he's trying to say how can we love each other? Well, we don't actually make love, if that makes sense. We don't actually convey our feelings with one another. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, the beat too might be one of my favorite. Actually, my favorite beat off this whole album. Keep it a buck with you.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, I know it's as irony, because like I said, I did like drag the ballads minus all the things minus that one and shit like that. I did kind of drag a bit of the ballads, but this one right here, top notch, one of my favorite song on this album.
Okay. It had a dope beat, nice bass line to it. Yeah, it was a nice way to end the album.
It had a dope beat.
Yeah, it was a strong beat. Like this is an album. It's a hip hop soul album. It's not like a album, one of those R&B albums where it's just like two or three banging tracks and then the rest are like just love songs. But this is like even the love songs are bangers.
Yeah. I like I said, I get you. I get exactly what you're trying to say and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is what Montel Jordan wanted to do, but he failed
Right.
on it. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I said,
This is how we do it.
I like the first Montel Jordan album. You know what I'm saying? That might be my favorite, but everything after that, trash.
Shit, all you gotta do is get one hit. The nigga don't gotta work another day in his life.
Let me take that back because more had some joints. Everything
Yeah,
after
that was a good album.
everything after more when he started doing that Let's Ride like that bullshit. No, I was like, no Montel, no Montel.
He was out here doing freak meat music and shit.
And now he's a reverend now. That's the thing.
He a reverend, but you know what he said when he was being a reverend, he said he would never sing those songs again, and now he returned to sing those songs. He needed
Hey
the money.
man, that money, man.
Yeah, he
You
needed
need
the
that
money.
paper, dog. I can't blame him for that. Shit. If you gonna give me some money to do these songs, shit, and have them make commercials, go on and do it.
Hell yeah! Plus the pandemic and shit like that. You trying to make
Yeah,
that point?
They ain't giving out stimulus checks no more. Go get your money, brother.
yeah.
Take that. All right, but my overall honest opinion on this album, it's a pretty solid album. I'm not gonna hold you, but it's a few missteps here and there. Let me start off with the good. Like I said with Joe, he's definitely one of those artists that represents the balance between the hip hop soul, Jeep R&B with the keyword contemporary soul music of the time, not neo soul. Like I said, not neo soul, but I feel like he can easily access to both crowds. And vocally, he definitely did his thing vocally on this song, songwriting, you know, including himself. He has some of the best, songwriters and everything like that. But my overall gripe with this album, I do feel like there was a lot of songs that definitely tried to replicate the formula of all the things, like I'm the super nigga, like your man is not good for you. I had a lot of those kind of songs though. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, one, like two, three, maybe four songs would be okay, but dude, there's like, mind you, I didn't even mention that no one ever comes close unplugged version because it's just an unplugged version of you. No one comes close. Like it's 11 songs, and that's pretty much a good portion of the album. He was just talking about a lot of those, talking about that particular concept, and I'm just like again, yeah, it's cool, but at the same time, it's just like, come on, Joe. Like, come on, Joe. Like, hell, I would even accept a cover song because at this time, every R&B act was trying to do a cover song. Usher had like two covers on My Way, Midnight Star, Slow Jam, and Latimer. Let's Straighten It Out. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Mary J. Blige. We're not even gonna go to her catalog and
Right.
shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, like I wouldn't even mind a cover, but at the same time, I respect the fact that he pretty much did the whole album majority himself. You know, the production and the writing and everything like that. So it has its pros, it has its cons, but like I said, just like with Joe, it balances well, and I think that's the key word of this review: balance. And with that being said, I'm gonna give this album a 4 out of 5, a solid 4 out of 5.
I think Reg is crazy.
Wow,
Don't know what
yeah.
he talked about. This album is classic. This is a classic R&B hip hop soul album. My favorite Joe album. Definitely to me, it's his best album. You know, the production was great. All done by Joe. All songs written by Joe. All sung by Joe. You know, there was no collabs on here. You know, it was just and he spoke from his heart. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had songs that was he trying to get with a chick that already had a man, but he let it be known, and it came off fire. Don't want to be a player. That was like when that song dropped, that shit was everywhere. They were playing that like at least 10 times a day. You know what I'm saying? When all the things in Mamadou came out, that song was everywhere. From a great soundtrack. I don't like the movie though, but the soundtrack was classic. Love Scene, another banger. He came with like 3 bangs to start the album, and all of those 3 were hit singles for him in his career. Good Girls, Come Around, You Should Have Told Me. I think it's 5 mics. Definitely think it's his best album ever.
I disagree with you on the best album.
What is his best album? Is it
My Name
the
is
first
Joe.
one? What's his best album?
The one that came after this one. My Name is Joe.
You think that's his best album?
That's his best album.
What big songs did he have on that album?
I Want to Know, Stutter, Treat Her Like a Lady. Those were the singles. He also had a song with NSYNC. I Believe in You.
What? So did Black. And look how that album turned out.
Well, actually, technically, Black had JC that wanted to be.
They were in the video with them.
Yeah, they were in the video, but those were all his vocals, all their vocals.
Nobody was paying attention to them. It was Justin and JC people were talking about. They didn't care about Chris and Lance and all them other niggas.
Lance's fat ass.
They need to be part of the group still. It just can't be 2 motherfuckers. You just can't have 2 niggas as a boy band. We need about 4 or 5 dudes.
When you have like 4 or 5 people in a group, they only focus on 1 or 2 members. That's it.
Yeah, it do be like this sometimes. It's just like with the Fugees. Niggas just be talking about Lauryn Hill most of the time. It'll be like, you got White Stuff and these other niggas.
When you look at Escape, who they focus on? They focus on Candy. You know what I'm saying? Why Tiny ain't never got that love? She can sing her ass off.
Well, it depends. It could be Candy or Latasha and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying?
And they don't focus on Latasha's sister, and they don't focus on Tiny.
Well, Latasha's sister, I think, got pregnant, and Tiny was just a light skinned chick.
Yeah, but she could sing. Tiny could sing.
Nah, she can sing though. Fuck all that light skin shit.
Oh yeah, she can sing, but like I said before, they were mostly focused on Latasha. That's all I'm saying.
It was Candy the songwriter. She was the one that was singing, penning the hits for people.
I know, but like I said, listen. The fans' favorite members. A lot of the fans always say Latasha was the favorite member because she was the one that was doing the riffs and the run. She was the Wanye of the group. Let's be real. Let's give it a buck. Let's give it a buck and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's that's not me being shady and shit like that too. It's just me being real and
Right.
shit, you know.
Right.
But back to Joe. Yeah, one day when we talk about My Name Is Joe, I'm gonna explain why it's his best album. You know what
That
I'm
was a
saying?
good album. I don't know. I don't know if it's fucking with this one though. Like song for song, I think this is the best one.
Like I said, this was a good album too, but it's like a lot of the songs was like, okay, nigga, we get it. Well, you can steal his girl, we get it, nigga. Damn, like
Captain Saber,
no, R.
Joe
Kelly
out
didn't
here
even
selling
R. Kelly
bitches
didn't
and
even
shit.
talk about bumping and grinding nonstop and shit like that. This nigga talk about I can't sleep, baby. This nigga talk about thank God it's Friday. Come on, nigga. Like, come on, nigga.
This is the one time you're defending R. Kelly.
Nigga, I'm always defending R. Kelly and shit, nigga.
You better than me in some situations though, but you still my nigga.
Musically, keyword musically. All that other shit, that's not on me. Don't put my name on that.
Yeah, I won't put you in no piss like that. You know, I just let you go somewhere else.
So Jodeci get a pass. Jodeci all they talked
Wait
about
a
was freaky
minute.
shit.
Wait a minute. Wait a
He get a
minute.
pass?
Jodeci, they didn't always talk about sex. Forever My Lady. That first album had a more love songs, more of that hip hop soul songs. Diary of a
That's like one
Madman.
song. How many sex songs they got on the second album and the third album?
Like I said, listen. That's what I'm saying. The second album, okay, I can see what you're saying. The third album was
No,
the third album.
Until album number 4. It took until album number 4 for them to do a domestic violence song. Why is that?
They did get on up. They did that whack ass get on up on the story party the after shit. You know what I'm saying?
Get on up and that ain't about no domestic violence.
No, but it was actually about uplifting the black community. So
I'm talking about they waited until album number 4 to talk about domestic violence with a man slapping up his woman and shit. Why did they wait that long?
Maybe they want to experience some of that shit. I don't know.
They were like, we're gonna freak these bitches out until they can't freak no more. Album after album after album.
Right. Let's freak them out, but not hit them. Let's freak them out.
Yeah. But all right, but let me give my thoughts on this Lizzo shit before I go to bed and shit. Cause man, I was on vacation. Nigga, I was on vacation, and it was just like everywhere I look, Lizzo. I'm like, oh, Lizzo about to drop some new music. Nah, Lizzo getting
it was a big story, man. Huge, humongous.
And this nigga over here had the funniest Lizzo video and shit. I was like, damn it. So, in case you guys don't know, 3 of Lizzo's like backup dancers or whatever was trying to sue her because they felt like Lizzo was fat shaming and sexual harassment or whatever. And
getting their freaky tails on.
Here's the thing, though. It's like it's all alleged and shit like that. First of all, like I said, I want to read up more about this before I really start saying my shit. But there was this thing about a banana, how she was forcing the dancer to do like a sexual act with a banana.
Because she can't do it.
Girls gone wild.
Do it.
And I'm looking at
can't fit it, huh? Why not have our dancers do
it? And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Like Lizzo's whole brand is like appreciating like your figure, you know what I'm saying? Like big girls unite, and her saying her doing this whole body shaming kind of shit kind of rub people off the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
That don't surprise me with her. Cause it's some shit that she do that a lot of motherfuckers want to do even if they big. Cause some things that she's talking about and allegedly them going to like a sex place and having like naked strippers do stuff like that with bananas. And I'm like, nigga, I ain't never ate bananas like that a day in my life. But hearing this story, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go nowhere near fruit no time soon. This a bad image. Beyonce took your lyric off Break My Soul, and you know I don't like that Renaissance album, so there was like a bad look on you. She replaced you with a crackhead known as Britney Spears. There got to be a bad look. No. Have you seen what Britney Spears look like now?
Right.
Britney Spears up here shaking that bone. Where's her father at, man?
Britney been locked up and shit like that. Give Britney a break, shit.
Britney need to lay off that pipe.
Give Brittany a break. Her family trying to fuck
I ain't giving her a break. She can break like a Kit Kat bar.
And then even people outside of Lizzo's camp is talking. You know the whole deal. People saying how Lizzo's dominating and all that shit. Like a filmmaker was about to make a documentary about Lizzo, but she had to walk out because of her attitude. And it's just like you guys are failing to see the big pictures. Like that's why you should not worship these celebrities. Like, do y'all really think that all these motherfuckers? Well, most of these motherfuckers are really about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What you mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
it don't surprise me.
Yes.
It don't surprise me when I hear half of the shit that these dudes do. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that some bananas was in different places allegedly, and I'm not surprised that she allegedly had one of her security guards pull his or her pants down and just did some unorthodox things in the club. It was worse than making love in this club on some, usher shit allegedly though. But you can't be surprised what some of these celebrities be doing. I mean, it's Hollywood. They do weird shit, So
right.
Like these women looking at her like she's Oprah. Like that's
She's
the
not
thing.
Oprah.
Like,
Yeah, she's not Oprah.
and I like some of her
I,
music.
I wouldn't, I wouldn't want to be Oprah neither, because she done said some fucked up shit too.
No, we're not even gonna go there. Oof, we're not even gonna go there. But yeah, like, and it's just like if this shit does come out true or whatever, she's gonna have a bigger fall off than the baby and shit, And we all see
The baby making a small. The baby in a better situation than her right now. I give that babbling ass nigga that though, but to each his own.
Purge a cowardly dog ass nigga. But
You got fucking Doja Cat out here dressing up like the devil, and you got her allegedly having her former backup dancers put bananas in unknown places. What is going on with some of y'all celebrities, man? Why y'all just can't make y'all music instead of just doing weird shit with fruit, allegedly? Whatever happened to like a group or an artist just making music and like having a concept about his music and just going about his day? Nowadays, we hearing you niggas getting knocked out, bananas being in unknown places, and Doja Cat out here being a bald headed scallywag, ain't got no hand back, jailed up, weaved up, hands fucked up, making music videos about the devil. I'm like, y'all don't give nobody no, like, we see the images in some of these videos, then y'all act like we don't know what the fuck y'all be doing most of the time. I don't know, man. Some of y'all niggas need to be in a straitjacket for the way y'all be talking about people and shit.
And a lot of these motherfuckers are not even about that devil life shit. Let's be real. Let's be real about that shit. They just do that shit just for clout.
Nah, they do that shit for real. I don't think it's for clout. They do that shit for real. Everybody want to be famous. Maybe you got to drop that soap to get what you want nowadays. But, a lot of these niggas ain't going to be doing that. But a percentage of them will do that.
Shit, these motherfuckers think they looking like the devil. They look more like Invader Zim to me. Shit.
Doja Cat, the Green Devil.
Doja Cat just crazy with a fat ass. That's about it.
Hold on, try. You know what an Invader Zim is, right?
No, what is that?
Hold on, I'm gonna show you.
It sounds bad.
It's an old cartoon back in the 2000s. These are what these motherfuckers trying to look like now and shit. I'm gonna show you.
Is that garbage can ass cartoon on Nickelodeon?
First of all, it's not a garbage can cartoon. It's actually an underrated cartoon. So
okay. Rocket Power.
This is what they trying to look like now.
What the fuck?
It look like a little Uzi Vert necklace.
Oh,
yo.
Shit.
Wow.
If my nigga Ray Sean is in the building, he knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
Did he draw?
I'm like Randy. Nigga, I'm like Randy Jackson. It's a no for me, dog.
But that cartoon actually inspired a serial killer and shit.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It is him.
That's why Nickelodeon had to cancel that shit. They was like, no, motherfucker. We went through Ren and Stimpy.
These niggas were like, just put rerun episodes of George Lopez on. These niggas be entertained.
Right.
Oh shit.
Now they Now they play like 4 hours of Seinfeld now, and nigga.
Motherfucking Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Like, fuck Seinfeld, Fresh Prince. I ain't never liked Seinfeld a day in my life. Never looked at an episode, never cared for it. I would rather look at George Lopez all day than look at an episode of Seinfeld.
Yeah, I keep losing in this fucking game. I'm like slap. I'm gonna stay on for 5 more minutes. But yeah, man. And then you have this one dancer, and this is why it's like I want to read up more about the case. Who's like bashing Lizzo, but she says she still want to work for Lizzo and an audition for a backup singer. Like what?
Nah. Allegedly, she had them dancing for like 12 hours because they said their jobs would be their jobs in what you call that shit when your job was on the line. They had them like we trying out to stay her backup dancers for like 12 hours. Then allegedly one of them peed on themselves because they wouldn't let her go to the bathroom.
Oh my
Allegedly.
god, crazy. This chick.
Like if I gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta go to the bathroom. Ain't no job worth that. Like for you to
But
be
that don't
embarrassed
sound
and
like some
ridiculed like that.
that don't sound like some cult shit. Like she's the cult leader doing this crap. You know what I'm saying?
She get her Jim Jones on without the Kool-Aid.
Crazy, man.
But where's all her white friends now and shit? That's defending her. They notice
Yeah,
how they all
let's just be
notice how they
real.
all the picture like where's Adele at?
Let's just be real. Ain't a lot of niggas listening to no damn Lizzo. Let's just keep it a buck. It's a bunch of gay white dudes out here listening to her. This most of her fan base. I'm gonna just keep it a buck, B. Like I'm just being real with this shit. Cause if this story when it came out about her and her just doing crazy things at Lakers games and just having my eyes be like poisoned with like bleach, I would never say nothing about this chick, man. But when you have a story like this coming out, it just putting a bad image on what you supposed to be about body positivity. Let me just say this right now before we get off. How a fat motherfucker gonna talk about another fat motherfucker about losing weight and
Exactly.
being fat phobic? Like that, dude, how that make sense? That's like a crackhead being in the Carter off of New Jack City. Both of y'all niggas smoking crack, and you telling this nigga on the left side that you need to get off that pipe, but you sucking on the same glass dick as he is. Do that make any sense?
But they said that she's shaming dancers that were skinny. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Do,
like the bitch is like 500 pounds, and you shaming
do,
people that's
do, and first of all, do any of them dancers look skinny? I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but like, come on now. If you seen images of her background dancers, do any of them look like they missing any meals? I'm just keeping it real.
I have no idea. I don't even watch that show like that. I'm gonna be real.
oh Lord.
I didn't even know she had a fucking TV show. I'm like, is it on Tubi? I wouldn't even know. I'm like, I don't know. I just read the information. I'm like, this bitch had a TV show? She had like tryouts for these women to be trying out for background dancers. I thought it was gonna be like on the same channel where the Bad Girls Club used to come on. Like, is it gonna be on VH1 Love and Hip Hop?
Lizzo is talented, but I think her antics is gonna be that's gonna be the reason why people stop fucking with her. Like going to the Lakers games and you showing your ass. We don't need to see that. We already know you big. You don't need to show your big ass at Lakers games. It's not needed. You know, doing this type of shit. Like her antics is gonna be the reason why she fall off. And she a talented artist to me. But
Yeah,
in
I
the
guess.
app now, where people are quick to cancel you, she gonna get canceled for shit like that.
Maybe she can make a flute song and people will just forget about it.
No. When you using the same flute as former presidents who owned slaves, you don't get no credit from me. You playing the same flute of a fucking slave owner who owned over 100 slaves. How did that make you look as a black person? You
That's
use
even
you
worse.
using flutes.
If
You
she
using the same flute. Using the same flute as the fourth president of the United States used. Do that make any sense?
if she fat shaming dances that's just as big as her, that's even worse. All of y'all need to go to the damn gym. You know what I'm saying? They were saying that she was skinny shaming her dances though. I'm like, either way is bad. I'm like, you're like 500 pounds. Like, why are you shaming anybody? You know what I mean? I don't.
And guess what? And guess what? She said she was a vegetarian.
She not a vegetarian. Well, she's not a vegetarian. Hell no.
Yo, funny.
If she's a vegetarian, I'm a vegetarian. You know what I'm saying? She's not a vegetarian. No, not with that weight on her.
Some fat people can be vegetarians.
Yeah. Well, how they get big like that? It wasn't for carrots
Stop lying to yourself, Chris. Don't do
it
this,
wasn't
bro.
for salad. She got big like that. How she get so big?
Who?
How did she get so big? It wasn't from eating salad and carrots.
Shit.
What you mean? She's not no vegetarian, man. That's what she's telling people. She lying her ass off.
Man, these motherfuckers be coming up with names too. What is fat phobic? I don't see that word in the dictionary too. What is fat phobic, man?
Man, these whole fucking shit. Y'all funny.
Nigga, I must be old because I be hearing terms that I never heard a day in my life. I've been on this earth for almost 30 years, and I feel like I'm 50 out here compared to some of these people, man. It's real crazy out here. I'm like a house cat. I don't come outside unless I have to.
Niggas can make up words, but they can't make up a financial plan for their own bills and shit. That's funny. Fat phobic.
Fact. A fat motherfucker calling another fat motherfucker fat. At least the fat boys was making positivity about them being big, but they weren't going overboard with it. Them niggas was actually talented. But her antics is just turning me off. I never liked her because she always had like antics of being like, I'm not trying to go real far because I did all that in my video if y'all haven't seen it already. But if y'all know the words that I was saying about her, y'all already know. So I ain't gonna even go above my petty level because I already went like below the waistband.
And that's a must-watch video because he went in. When I tell you I was dying. But yeah, man.
Mike said she got more jelly rolls than Dunkin' Donuts. Oh man.
But I'm gonna end this shit off right here. Shit. Nigga gotta get ready for work in the morning. But I do have a few announcements I'm gonna make. So, are you still free tomorrow at 5 p.m.?
Yeah, I'm free.
All right, cool. So tomorrow we're gonna take it to the south. We're gonna do UGK's Riding Dirty.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting review. That's an album a lot of people love. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Like I said,
Me and Mike is going live at 11:45. We're gonna do the review on SummerSlam. SummerSlam is tomorrow.
right.
We're gonna do our review and rank on SummerSlam and who should have won and who came out, who came back. I heard The Rock's supposed to be coming back. We'll see about that and Randy Orton and all that.
No,
Huh? No what?
he gonna take up all the limelight.
The Rock?
Yes, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
They saying he might come back for like 2 different matches. I don't know, but we're gonna see.
As long as they don't bury my boy LA Knight, I don't really give a fuck. I'm cool.
Interesting. All right. I'll definitely shout you guys out because I'm gonna be at a party around that time too. All right. Monday, it's gonna be our long-awaited top 101 artists, part 1. That's gonna be Monday at midnight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna review the schedule tomorrow for next week because that's all I'm gonna say for right now. But yeah, this has been a fun review. Even though me and Tribe did not really see eye to eye on a lot of things.
Wow, I don't know how you don't care for this album like that.
I gave it 4 mics, right?
It's a classic. It's not 4 mics.
Shit.
Well, they've been saying about The Rock since WrestleMania. They were saying The Rock was coming back and never showed up.
Vince McMahon did give up their money.
Yeah. And see, now that they on strike, he ain't got shit to do. Why not come back?
Oh yeah, them niggas is on strike. They ain't out here making garbage can ass movies and shit. Like Barbie and shit.
Right?
But yeah, man. If y'all want to check out this Joe album, man, it's not that hard to come by and everything like that. So you guys can find it in stores. Other than that, hope everyone has a wonderful night. Appreciate this, Eric. Appreciate this try. I'll
All
see
right.
you later.
Peace, Eric.
Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace out, y'all.